If you're considering an air purifier such as this uahpet air purifier, maybe you have a multi-pet home, or you just have a long-haired cat that sheds a lot, or a dog that sheds a lot, hang with me. Let's talk about some of the features of this product as we unbox it, and maybe I can give you a few facts that nobody else thought of that might make use of this a little better for your home. So stick with me. So when you first get it out of the box, you're going to notice here that the power cord is attached with a zip tie, and you have your manual that you see first thing. So for that zip tie, we're going to actually need a little pair of wire cutters like this. You're going to go ahead and cut that zip tie loose, being careful not to cut your power cord itself. Unhook it, pull your zip tie out, and there you have your power cord. Your power cord plugs in down here, and it actually has a little notch there to keep it nice and neat, if you notice there. So you can just plug that cord in, and then it has this little place, a little groove here, that you can put your power cord in just to keep it nice and neat. You want to be careful pushing that in there. You don't want to tear up your cord. There you go. You pop it into place, and now you have your power cord ready. So on the front of the unit, when you first unbox it, you're going to see here it says peel the plastic off before using. And this is where your filter has all its green. This has got the cover. And then, of course, you have your HEPA filter right here. So this is actually a 3-stage HEPA filter, which is really nice because they thought of it all. It's got a reusable front HEPA filter. So if you look here as you unpackage it, you have this first stage of the HEPA filter that is a rinsable, reusable stage. That actually cuts all that pet hair real nice and neat, easy to rinse off and reuse. Then you have your second part here. This is the part of your filter that really gets all those fine dust and particles, really traps them in here to get them out of the air. And on the back here, you have a combination that is on the back side of that filter that's like a carbon filter to help with smells, which is really nice. So you want to keep that all attached. It's got a little Velcro spot on the front. If you notice here, there's Velcro all the way around the filter. The replacement filter, same thing. That way you can attach this reusable first stage to the filter. And then here's your fan in the unit. So this has 3 different speeds. You have a light factor here that this lights up from green to orange to red. So the green says the air quality is great. The orange, the air quality is getting a little iffy. And if it's red, your air quality is really not good. Quick and easy. Pop our cover back on. If you notice, it's got these little clips down here, which is really nice to hold it in place. And then you've got the 4 clips on the side. Something nice about this style of air filter is the fact that they have this U shape. That actually really sucks hair in a couple of different places. So you have these places here to suck air in, and here also. So that sucks pet hair, that's loose hair floating in the air, right into this thing. Now, it will do that only if you're running it on medium or high. So if you've got it on sleep mode, it's not really, you're not going to see suction of it sucking that hair up into that unit. So that's important to note. They do include a great manual here that's very detailed that shows you how to attach it, how to hook it up, how to run your filtration system. Really nice manual that actually explains all your buttons. So across the top here, you also have a place for it to intake air. This also has an app that you can download quick and easy to your phone that will let you control the unit from remote on your phone, which is really nice. I like that it's a very slim design. For us, we don't want this sticking out from the wall. We want it to kind of be out of the way, not really seen. I don't really want it to be very noticeable in the home. And I would tell you, if you have multi-pets, I have 3 dogs, 2 cats. I have a cat that sheds real bad. They're short-haired cats, but they do shed a lot. And then I got 2 miniature Dachshund puppies. And those guys, short-haired weenie dogs, shed like none other. I couldn't believe how bad they shed. And this is going to be a great feature to add to our home. If you have a multi-pet family, you may want more than one of these units. This is supposed to cover the whole entire size of our house. But since I know we have a multi-pet home that has high dander, we're going to actually use 2 of these units in our home in the most frequented places by the animals. Now, I love this feature. They actually have this little scratchy feature on the front for your cat or your dog to rub up against, and that'll really get that loose hair brushed out of their coat. But one thing I've not seen anyone say about this that I think is kind of an important factor if you're going to be using this and you want your pet to actually use this feature, especially if they're a cat. If they're a cat, a little bit of catnip spray when you first install the unit, fresh on here, will really attract the cat more than just the curiosity of wondering about the unit. So I think that's kind of important to note. Encourage your cat to rub up against this instead of maybe, say, your furniture, which I think is a great benefit. I love this feature. They can scratch up against it, get all that loose dead hair and dander sucked right into this U shape of this filter. Now, it is really a quiet filter when you have it on the nighttime features. It is quiet. It's almost silent. Have a little bit of noise, but it's not even going to be as loud as what your refrigerator is in your house. But I want to show you here. So this is the green. That shows you the quality. Here is low speed. Sorry, let me get it on here. You have low, which is quiet speed. You have, you can hear it a little bit there, but it's not even as loud as your refrigerator. Then you have the second speed. You can pick up a little bit more noise out of the unit. You can hear it moving air. And then I want you to really note that on the third setting, that is high. That is quite a bit of noise. We're talking that is louder than what you have in the ambient noise in the room. So that's important to note. So you do want to know that it is not a quiet air filtration system. So that's something to note. It's not going to be completely noiseless. Now, the sleep setting turns off this light here. And if you notice, I love that you have a timer feature you can use right here from the unit itself by pushing it. That'll turn 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours of runtime. That's really nice. I like that you can do the recirculate it. It'll just recirculate air, which is a nice feature. Then, of course, you have your Smart Care for Pets, which is an automatic setting so that you can set it for auto. It will adjust its own speeds depending on the air quality. So you can set that auto, walk away, and this air purifier is actually going to run and adjust its speed according to its automatic settings without you having to check it and change it from here or on the app. I do love that feature. I wish the unit was a little quieter on the highest speed. But a fun fact for you, if you're not home all day, I really don't mind running this through the app on a little higher setting when we're not home to just really get all that pet dander and pet hair sucked into the unit, clear that air, really purify the air while we're away so that when we come home, we can turn it down on the lower setting and enjoy the evening and the peace and quiet. So that's some factors you really need to know and consider before you're grabbing one of these air purifiers of any kind. But if you have a multi-pet household, I definitely recommend don't just grab one. Go ahead and spend the money and grab two because you're going to want the benefit of having two different units. I mean, like I said, we have 3 dogs, 2 cats. For us, it's going to be a 2-unit household, even though our house is only a 1,200 square feet house.